Okay, so let's go ahead and do part 2 of the affordable brush makeup series or affordable makeup brush video series. Today I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some of my favorite eyeshadow brushes or eye makeup brushes. Most of them are pretty much eyeshadow because, let's face it, that's the majority of what you do to your eyes, but I have, there are a couple others. I'll try to make this a little bit shorter than the last one, but I can't make any promises because there's a lot of brushes here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first type of makeup brush I want to talk about is my favorite type of makeup brush to buy, and that is a blending brush. I love a blending brush. I'm a sucker for a blending brush. I will buy blending brushes when I obviously don't need them. If they're at a good price, I'm going to buy it. I don't know why, I can't resist. It's one of those things, like, I'm compelled to buy them. So I have lots of them, and I have I guess a lot to share with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the least expensive one, and that's this one. It is super soft, it's pretty thick, and the shape, it's nice and round in shape. And it has like a little point. It's really great for putting shadow in your crease, and because it is so soft, it does blend it out pretty well. It just feels good on your eye. It's not scratchy. It's not going to feel like sandpaper. And it's only $1.97. I mean, how can you complain? If you go somewhere and you realize you forgot your blending brush, you can just run to Target and pick this up for $2. Next, I want to talk about two makeup brushes that are essentially the same brush, and I got these from Crown Brush. This one is from the Luna Badger collection, and this one is with the kind of reddish handle, is from the Italian Badger collection. Honestly, I don't know what the difference is between Luna and Italian, except they have different color handles. I would guess that this one is actually, let's see, this one blends out better. I don't know, it's a much softer brush, so it blends color out better, and this one picks up color a little bit better, I guess because it's a little stiffer. As you can see, the Luna one has a pointier shape than the Badger, the Italian Badger. This one's a little bit rounder. They both go into the crease really, really well, and they're both super duper soft. Now, I think these are better for powder product. I'm not sure if they're real Badger hair or not. They're so cheap, I can't imagine that they would be real, but I don't know. I didn't bother to do the research to find out if they are. If that's something that would bother you, then I would really, encourage you to do the research and find out if they really are real Badger hair, and then you can avoid it if it is. Also from the Crown Luna Badger collection is the Blending Fluff, and as you can see, this one is also tapered at the top, but not as round. It's more of a flat brush, and this one's pointier. This is great for applying shadow, like packing. I can pack it on or apply shadow all over my lid and then kind of help blend. And it's, again, also very soft and really great. The price was really nice as well. I was very happy with it, and I'm still really happy with it. I haven't had much shedding issues with this. A couple when I wash it, but nothing dramatic. It blends out and applies makeup really nicely. Along the same lines is the Chisel Fluff brush, which is a shorter brush. Like, it's flat, it's not as fluffy, it's flat, and it's shorter. And I use this one also for just applying makeup on all over the lid. Oops, and this one is shedding. This one's shedding more than this one is, so if that's just something to keep in mind. I washed it, and the hair's got a little crazy in the back, but nothing to complain too much about. It's very soft, and it applies color very nicely. This is the Italian Badger Oval Shadow Brush, and it actually says it right there. That's another thing. The Luna brushes don't actually have the name. Apparently the Italian Badger ones do. Anyway, so this is the fluffy brush. It's wider and fluffier than these other two brushes. It is great for packing on color, and also blending it a little, but really just packing it on. And the price was phenomenal. Yeah, so Another one of my favorites. It's not expensive. It feels very nice on the skin, and it does a good job. So I've gotten crown brushes before, and namely that 15-piece set that came. They sell it on Hotlook all the time. I saw a YouTuber that really kind of I don't want to say pushed it, but really talked about it highly, and I purchased it, and I thought that the brushes were not very good at all. I was not happy, and I was really hesitant to buy any more crown brushes until I bought this one, which I bought at a hair show. It was a hair and cosmetic show, and when I saw that this was actually a pretty good brush, then I went ahead and ordered these other ones. Just some for you to consider that you can purchase online from Crown, because like I said, I had a bad experience with Crown brushes before, and then I'm pretty happy with, or I'm actually very happy with these specific ones that I bought. Alright, this one, the Dome Shadow Brush by Posh, which is actually exactly the same as the Essence of Beauty line. I believe this one was $5, and it's nice and small, which is great for travel, and again, serves the same purpose as this big fluffy brush, except it's not as fluffy, but it's super soft, and it works just as well. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'd actually forgotten I had this because it fell in the bottom of one of my bags, and you know, I purchased this and then I found this. But again, great, really, really soft. Packs on and applies shadow all over your lid really, really nicely, and is only $5. Now, I bought this one at Bed Bath & Beyond when I lived in South Carolina, because the Bed Bath & Beyond up there had a beauty section. My Bed Bath & Beyond here doesn't, so boo. But anyway, so this one is definitely a good brush, and it's basically the same as the Essence of Beauty line. Alright, so on to one of my absolute favorite brushes. And this is a C433 Pro Blending Brush from Coastal Scents. Now, I don't know if anybody recognizes what this is supposed to be a dupe for. I actually wrote a blog post on this sometime last year, I believe, when I discovered this brush, because I was so excited. But this right here, this is my MAC 217. This is the MAC brush, and this is the Coastal Scents brush. I mean, they're almost identical. The Coastal Scents brush is a little bit pointier and a little less dense than the MAC brush, but it works. I would say it works just as good. In fact, because it's a little pointier, it gets into the crease a lot better, and it makes a sharper outer V than I feel that my 217 does, and it blends really well as well. So I bought 2 of them, and I have the 217, and I have the Sigma version. So I have 4 of this exact brush because I love this brush so much, and I have that many, 1 because I love it that much, and 2 because it's a white brush, and I get really annoyed when white brushes get dirty, so I always need to have a clean one around. Little OCD there for you. But awesome, awesome, awesome brush, and the price is to die for. The MAC 217 retails for, I believe, $22, and this one is a quarter of the price, so can't beat that. Alright, and on to another great dupe, and this is the SOHO London brand brushes. I tweeted and Instagrammed about these before when they were on sale. So I bought this one for $6.99, and it is normally $8.99. So again, it's super duper cheap. It's especially compared to its more expensive counterparts and the ones that it is duping, like this. This is a Sigma E40. Check them out. It's almost exactly the same, but a lot less expensive. And the E40 is supposed to be a dupe for the MAC 224. So again, this is a much less expensive version of quite a pricey brush. So, and I love it. I bought it and I'm obsessed with it now. Alright, eyeliner brushes are the next thing I want to talk about. I don't have too many eyeliner brushes to talk about, but I have 2 main types that I want to talk about. The first is this kind of angled brush. This is by Sonia Kashuk. I love, this is my favorite eyeliner brush by far. It gives you the most beautiful cat eye, because it's just so easy to, because of the little bend, you can just really easily, I don't know, it makes it really easy to just flick it out at the end. And because it's such a thin brush, you can draw it on a really thin, beautiful line and flick it out, and just, it looks really, really clean. I feel like I have a lot more control when I'm using this brush than when I'm using any other brush. e.l.f. recently released, well, not that recently, but after I bought this one. So I bought this one a few years ago, and then a few years later, or maybe about a year after I bought this one, e.l.f. released its studio brush that looks exactly like this, and you can find it at Target for $3. Same place you can find this one. So if you know the Sonia Kashuk one isn't available, you can buy the e.l.f. one. I've never tried the e.l.f. one, but I'm sure it's good. And if the e.l.f. one's not available, you can check out the Sonia Kashuk one. They're only a couple dollars difference between the two. The last eyeliner brush I want to talk about is the angled eyeliner brush. And this one, it's a little bit thicker of a eyeliner angled brush. So if you like the angled type of brushes, this one is really affordable. And you can just kind of press it into your shadow line, and because of the angle, you can draw a pretty good cat eye. I find I have better control with this one. I just prefer it, but some people prefer the angled liner brush, so that's the one that they should go with if that's what they prefer. And here's a really good one that's really affordable. All right, and the last brush that I want to talk about today is your spoolie brush. Now this one I got from Crown Brush, and it was on clearance, and it was such an amazing price, like I could not turn it away. But you can find these brushes, I think e.l.f. makes one as well in their dollar line, that's $1. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can brush out your eyebrows with it and tame them and make them look nice, and I really like this. I prefer it over the brushes. I don't know, I just feel like it does a better job. I just wanted to let you guys know that this one was out there, that it was on clearance, and that it's available to you. And if you know, by the time you check this out, it's sold out. They have a variety of them in their other lines that are like that are also really cheap. So you can try those out, or you can, you know, check out the e.l.f. one. All right, so those are my inexpensive eyeshadow brushes that I had to tell you about today. I hope I really was trying to talk a little less about them and kind of let you know where you could find them, how much they were, and the fact that I'm talking about them because I like them, because some of them are really good dupes for other brushes, and because of course they're not Sigma and they're not Sedona Lace, they give you another option of some other brands to use that are very affordable and accessible. Obviously some of them are accessible through the internet, others, you know, in stores, but they're brushes that I've tried out that I'm really happy with, so I wanted to go ahead and share those with you. Anyway, if you have any other brushes that you're curious about that I didn't talk about today, please leave me a message down below and I'll do my best to address your question. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye!